Hello and welcome back to the new horde shooter Far Far West. It's still in early access, but I'm always down for some mass destruction, even if there aren't that many ways to do it yet. In this video I'll be trying every primary weapon once. The first weapon is probably the most creative implementation of a fully automatic assault rifle I've ever seen in a Wild West game. As my sidearm, I'm sticking with the Sheriff Stars because A, they are by far the coolest things I've ever seen in a shooter, and B, I haven't leveled up my other secondary weapons yet, besides the revolver. For my free spells, because the Knackers are basically just wizards,
A wizard?
I'm using the Cactus Turret since I'm still needing it to level up. A jump because it's the best mobile spell I've ever seen, and a finger guns for the area damage. But enough messing around, time to find a suitable lobby. Of course we're playing on very hard, we're professionals after all, but not Nightmare because I'd like this video to be longer than 3 minutes. First mission, and thankfully I can cut out the first few minutes because I have no idea how drunk I was, even if I can't make an excuse for that gameplay. By the way, I think it's hilarious that healing is literally just a bottle of alcohol. Idea for the future update: besides drinking booze, you should also be able to smoke a pack of Marlboro Gold. Luckily, my co-workers already completed the side objective, so all I have to do is collect my reward. For anyone who doesn't know the game, during missions you collect jokers that makes you stronger. You can find useful stuff like extra jumps or bonus damage, but you can also find the really important jokers, the ones that make you produce squeaky rubber duck sounds every time you move. After meeting the merchant who nearly shot me on sight and slapping the true enemy of the game in the face, I finally reached the top of the mountain and start up the forge. Normally activating the forge triggers a storm, which basically means enemy waves, but because we had already gone through a storm right before, I arrived and nothing happened. After several minutes of hard work, the others had already completed another side quest for me. Honestly, this whole system of doing nothing while others pick a work for you is something I should patent. Maybe I call it capitalism. After a bit of pew 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 pew, I decided to test my luck, and well... Since my luck stat is about as sticky as chewing gum everyone steps on, in the street I'm naturally run into a mini-boss. The moment I wander a little too far away from my team. Surprisingly, the duel ends with the enemy dead instead of me, and I even get a second dash as a reward. I also stopped next to a lamp for a moment because I thought it looked nice, and definitely not because I mistook it for a joker. My brain somehow needed 5 seconds to process that. After quickly arresting a bandit... Oh no! Not this guy. So after taking down the second mini-boss by myself as well, I casually walk straight into the Eye of Sauron a few seconds later and trigger a storm. Anyone who thinks that was accidental is obviously wrong. I merely wanted to test my teammates to see if they could keep up with me. After all, I was the one who had already defeated 2 mini-bosses without any problem. During the fighting, my team destroyed the enemy while I destroyed our alcohol reserves. Sure, they didn't have any healing left afterward, but thank me later for preventing all of you from becoming alcoholics like me. I've even got to press some buttons off to the boss. I was about to say, but then the train arrived on time. This despite me blowing up the bridge in my last video. So we blow at the bridge. To everyone currently dealing with a 30-minute delay, sorry about that. So naturally I jumped aboard immediately. Unfortunately I only found this legendary joker and nowhere to stop the train, so I guess the train gets to be punctual for once. After the train kicked me out at the final stop, the local casino, I thought I'd try my luck again, and got natural disasters chasing us around. But now let's finally spawn the boss. And I have to say I played that pretty cleanly. Oh, and my team have too. Both the escape and extraction went smoothly. Hopefully everyone goes like this. As promised, we've now got the shotgun. The main problem will be hitting the snipers flying around in the air, but we'll figure it out on the way. The air guns get swapped for the Thunder Strike, and we're already heading into round 2. After playing a little music, I once again ran straight into the alpha run like the biggest idiot imaginable. However, my team walked into it first and the game said he triggered the storm, so I legally allowed to roast him for it. Of course, instead of helping my teammate, I take the ridiculous long cable car that runs along the edge of the map. The guy needs to learn from his mistakes after all, and Death seems like a particularly effective teacher. Karma, of course, is a bitch, and I almost died. Thankfully, the alcohol lobby has enough influence here that the next bottle of Krombacher is far away. Quick test: is the shotgun overpowered in close quarters? Yes. One round of Minecraft later, and I find some gold for golden armor and for pickle trading. Quick glance at the clock. The run has already been going for 3 hours, so we're still on pace for the world record. Next comes the mandatory and highly important team kill using the walking nuke. At least at the end of the run I can say I have 1 extra revive on my team. Tried my luck again, and karma strikes me for a second time. Somehow it's ironic that I die to a nuke this time. Jokes on you, karma, I have second life, try again. As compensation for the team kill, my teammate shot an arrow into my... Actually, I have absolutely no idea how that thing is even sticking out of me. Back to hard work. After cracking a code, we arrived at the main objective, an escort mission. Since everyone is already bored to death, I provide a little musical accompaniment to make this somehow bearable. Luckily, I'm not the only one. Or maybe I am. Don't worry, the duo was quickly reunited, and if they haven't exploded, they're probably still playing today. Naturally, the boss turned out to be that stupid bird that spends 24/7 circling in the sky. Fortunately, my team brought along 2 things birds generally don't enjoy: poisonous fountains and rain. The boss gets absolutely deleted. We pick up the most important joker during the escape, and even the final stand doesn't cause any major problem. Now for the exact opposite of the shotgun, the sniper rifle. Surprisingly, it's implemented really well in this game, and yes, it's fully automated. The spells get swapped around again as well. This time we have the rain spell that my teammates were using earlier. Nice consistent damage, and it leaves yellow-green puddles on the ground. I could make a piss joke here, but you're watching a professional. I briefly invent the corner piano in the lobby and even receive applause for it, only for the lobby to close immediately afterwards. Next lobby throws me straight into the action. First out of business, destroying pumpkins, we're not in October, after all. Almost ruined my KD with a team kill, and hey, looks like somebody actually got lucky at the swishing well. Remember, 99% of gamblers quit right before hitting the jackpot. Quick real talk, don't gamble kids. The moment you learn probability theory in school, you realize you're mathematically donating your money. I almost triggered another storm like a complete idiot and genuinely never learned. Luckily I can edit that part out. Even without triggering a storm, I still managed to run into a mini-boss. Too bad for him that I now carrying the weapon specifically designed to spit directly into his coffee. Minecraft speedrun number 2 begins. I head over to the forge to craft myself a new overpowered sword. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like a sword, because it was ruined. I want my money back. During a small side event where the available space was extremely limited, my teammate came up with the brilliant idea of throwing a giant fire tornado directly at me. And very I remember your name when I become supreme dictator of the world. According to my calculations, I will master the universe in about 3 years, so you'll still got roughly 2 years before my wrath reaches you. And just look at how beautiful the enemies fall from the sky thanks to my sniper rifle. In return, it's average in close combat. Unfortunately, not much else happened during this run because my team was actually competent, which means we're already at the boss. Thomas the tank engine. As a German, I can absolutely relate. Finally, an opportunity to take revenge on the German train system. Although by the end, the train looks more like a laser show than a train. Was it difficult? Of course not. During the escape, I definitely didn't slam my face into the wall. I was simply trying to deal with the sniper up there that I completely failed. Anyway, without any problems, 8 HP, I rushed to the evacuation point and hurriedly defended it. 10 HP. I even generous enough to revive my teammates, and definitely not because I get 300 XP for every surviving player that escapes. Nope, it's purely because I'm a nice person. Second to last run, time to wake Natasha from hibernation. And yes, you're seeing that correctly, the machine gun is loaded with lightning and fireball ammo. Because I figured if I'm going to violate the Geneva Convention, I might as well do it twice. I also picked up a little doll that can make me invulnerable. It's 2026 and we finally achieved the dream of combining medic and heavy into one single character. Instead of actually starting the mission though, I spent some more time playing Minecraft, hit the jackpot, and once again have had to ask, how do my teammates always get this lucky at those stupid wishing wells? I briefly saved the team fight after 2 of my teammates somehow died during a basic storm. That would never happen to me, of course. Oh look, a button. What, did you seriously think I was going to make the same joke again? I'm not that stupid. What else can I say about this run except... Oh, right. My teammates and I decided to play a game of memory. Unfortunately, we have the attention span of a 12-year-old TikTok kid and the memory of an 80-year-old. So that ended up being the hardest and biggest challenge in the entire run. After quickly getting the band back together, the German train apparently decided it wanted revenge. Had to bring out the good old pepper grind. Man, I love Germany. Was defeated, escaped, survived. If I understand, let's just say the vulnerability carried pretty hard. Final run, I pull out the negotiator gun, which is, in my opinion, the best weapon in the game. It's basically a combination of the 4-barrel rifle and a long sniper rifle. As my spell, I bring the nightclub bouncer from next door and pew 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 pew. Fun fact, this was the only lobby I actually stayed in from the start to finish. And after... the lobby leader apparently felt so confident that he became completely delusional and did this. Whoever paid close enough attention probably noticed that I've only completed Nightmare difficulty once. And to be completely honest, that was sometimes between midnight and 1 AM when I randomly joined the lobby where one player was cheating and gave everyone immortality. I mean, I've only conquered Nightmare once through pure skill. Funny enough, every other attempt ended exactly the same way. We activate the forge first and then immediately die. So take a guess how this run ended. We activated the forge right at the start. Everyone dies except me. And thanks to my finger guns, I failed to hit the sniper and get shot to death. Well, that's it for Far Far West. Maybe I make a second video once the new faction releases. Until then, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell and keep the hype alive. And I'll see you next time.